So after pigging out and rocking out to some music and having a really wonderful conversation with someone who I thought was special to me, really eye-opening experience, right? So now I'm going to turn down the music. We're going to go for a drive. And this is where I am just going to speak about all the things that I find wrong in relationships. I'm going to go at least touch on a few of it because, well, you know. See, I don't have a ring light. I don't need it. Right? Yeah, I know companies want to tell you to do this and everything. You're all a bunch of followers. Half of y'all are maybe saying that you're leaders and you're not. Okay. What bothers me the most about relationships is the blame game, the accusations and all this stuff, right? And you know that usually the peaceful parts of the relationship is usually when you're romantic and things are going good, you're in each other's company. But then a third person pops up, a second interest pops up, and all of a sudden you guys hate each other and you don't like each other, and you want to cut loose so you can go and meet the other person, and be with them, right? That bothers me. Where are the cojones to tell somebody? And really, it gets to this. Where are the balls at, people? Where is the cojones? Where is the transparent moments where you're like, you know what? I think we should see other people because I'm interested in so-and-so. You don't even have to give out a name because then all of a sudden we're called psychotic because we asked for the woman's name or the man's name. We asked for the other person's name, right? That makes us psychotic. Did you know that? Why? Because you got people that are trying to protect people instead of being transparent and honest and saying there's another person in the picture, whether underage, whether it's another man and a man, or it's a woman and a woman kind of situation. That is what I have a problem with, is relationships hold secrets from each other. You don't want to discuss the things that make the situation uncomfortable. Like I'm having a conversation with somebody that I'm giving another chance to, and I'm starting to regret it because we're butting heads, and I don't know. I think that I'm way more mature than this person, and he's just still continuing to be an immature asshole. I said it. If you're watching this, good. I want you to listen to it. I will never be a size 4 again. I have no desire to be a size 4. Right? I will never be what everybody's expectations of me. And the reason why is because I refuse to play the expectation game. That's another thing I don't like about the relationship, is the expectation. Now, there is certain expectations that need to be met in order to build a foundation. And that is making time for each other. I believe quality time is a good thing. I do not believe that quality time equals sex. Sex is not equal time. Sex and making love and all that, whatever you want to call it, that is separate. That is intimate time. But then people are like, well, you could be intimate in conversations. If the other person chooses to be intimate with you on the conversation part, great. If not, and it's causing issues and it's causing deflection, not just rejection, but deflection. It's like into the point, it's like you're repulsed, but, Sorry, I just picked out. So I'm eating fast because I'm heading to work and I'm running late. Right? So people would declare this type of behavior as a hot mess. Do you know that everybody is capable of being a hot mess in their life? Nobody in this entire fucking world has their shit together 100%. And if they do, they probably make some bad deals in life. Probably had to make some poor choices in life to learn from it. But nobody has their shit together. There's always somebody relying or needing something from somebody, right? So we've come to that conclusion. But then there's those that take advantage, right? Taking advantage, I think, is probably, or using somebody for something and everything like that. I think that is the worst behavior anybody can do. Now, if it's a common ground and you both are using each other, I still feel it's going to wind up bad. If you can't be self-sufficient and you can't sustain on your own and you can't be independent and you go, into codependency or, financial dependence and all that stuff, like I said before, you really should not be in a relationship. Now, I do not agree with financial dependent relationships because they don't last. And the reason why they don't last is because the other person feels taken advantage of. That's one. Another thing is the other person is using for the money to get ahead of in life instead of getting off their ass and handling it them fucking selves, right? Why can't people just stop relying and being dependent on other people? Like, I live a life where I'm independent, and I choose it to be like that because I don't ever want to be accused of being a gold digger, one. I don't ever want to be where I am labeled something I'm not. And then, and this world is full of labels. There's a fucking name for this, and there's a fucking name for that. And people start getting controlled by these labels. They're like, well, I don't want to be such and such, so I'm going to live my life this way. And and it's like a direction changer. And the way I see it is, like this morning, I was accused of saying that I use sex to snag a man. If that was so, I would have already been married again, right? If that was true, I would be with one of the fathers. By my choice. I have chosen not to be with the fathers, and I have chosen not to use sex as a reason to keep me or to keep them. I mean, this person has been very much infused in the relationship dynamics, right? And they have been reading a lot of garbage. And the reason why I can tell they can read a lot of garbage because I'm starting to hear a little bit of the leprechaun come out of him. And you remember, I don't know if you remember in one of my videos who I mentioned who the leprechaun is. It's the alpha male. And then we got, a couple of love gurus and relationship artists and fuckboy artists is what I want to call them. They'll say about anything to get in your pants, and once they get it, then they're like, oh, they have what is called moment of clarity. Is that what it is? It's after sex clarity, I think is what it's called. Anyways. May I suggest, instead of fucking everyone and everything, may I suggest just take the sex out of the entire situation. If you still like the person and you still want their company without having sex, and you still want to work things out with them, those ones are worth giving a second chance to. But after being so poorly judged, I was even told that you have to earn to meet my parents. I'm like, how many fucking times are we? And he's like, and this is the last time we try this again. And I'm already to the point where I'm like, I don't think I want to try again. After hearing the way that you said things to me, I've got the messages to reread and be like, are you fucking serious? You're going to talk to me like this? How fucking rude. It's like we don't even call each other names. We don't even raise our voice. We don't yell. We don't fight or argue or nothing. But boy, does he have a mouth on him that just is like, he's so immature. And that's where I said about the age gap and everything. And I mean, and our age gap is pretty significant. I don't know. I'm at a confused point. And I think the more I'm going to be confused, the more I'm going to bolt. And this will be a permanent bolt, because he's like, well, we don't have to spend together every day and all the time. People that are in a relationship want to spend time together. They want the person's company. And the more that he pushes me away and the more that he puts distance between us, the more I don't want to be around him, the more I don't want to talk to him, the more that I'm good. If he's going to be this much of a fucking little snot, I said it. I hope you're listening. I hope you watch this. I really hope you watch this. So you can teach. See, I'm going to use him as an example. And I'm going to teach men how to talk to women respectfully and not put somebody down in every fucking conversation. How fucking rude can you get? Oh, we've gotten rude. The fact that he said, I use sex to snag men. Fucking comical. I think guys use sex just to get off. And that's it. They don't want any attachment. They don't want to say anything nice or sweet or endearing afterwards. No. They're the king of the world. Why? Because you fucking assholes are listening to some people that are trying to fucking make you into, like, you know, followers, and they're like, you're the king, you're supposed to have this many women, you're supposed to be like this, and this is how you're supposed to act, and, you know, so much fucking bullshit, toxic masculinity that makes me want to, you know? Seriously. Andrew Tate, you're one of them. I went there. Go ahead and fucking sue me for speaking the truth. I don't give a damn. But I watched you have a conversation with one girl and made her feel so special, even the horrible fucking things that you were saying. And I'm just like, that woman has got a low self-esteem. Must. Because if he ever talked to me like that, I would put him in his place like that. I find that absolutely, that behavior, that machismo, masculinity, I find it absolutely repulsive. And there's women that are attracted to him just because he's got abs or just because he's this way or that. Barf. Fucking barf. Okay? Sitting there inhaling your fucking cigars. And everybody wants to smoke a cigar now because Andrew Tate did it. Or everybody wants to get their lips plumped up because Kardashians did it. Y'all are fucking followers. If you're doing anything like the fucking actors and actresses that you admire and everything, you're a goddamn fucking follower. You're not a damn leader, because leaders can tell the difference between what is appropriate and what's inappropriate. Another thing is, leaders have the ability to make changes that these people are paid not to make changes. I want the world to change for many reasons. And I want there to be peace and stuff, but I can't find peace among the world because there's too many people distracted running it. There's too many people that are being puppeted. There's too many people not giving a damn about the people of the country, but what lines their pockets and how it benefits the people that supported their campaigns. I went there. I'm getting told the other day, I was told, well, you're a Democrat. No. Well, you're not a Republican. You're absolutely right. I'm neither. I don't support blue and I don't support red fully. If anything, I think it could come to purple, or maybe, you know, fuck it. Fuck all them colors and let's give white a chance, you know? I normally hate politics. But I'm just to the point. After the horrible display of red versus blue in the state of California, oh my gosh, You don't get to drive these streets. You don't get to see people's license plates. You don't get to see people taking flags and having a damn thing just because they can't recall fucking Newsom. It's an absolute temper tantrum fit that I gotta witness just driving on 3 freaking highways in this damn state. And then gun control. You know what? You can make a weapon out of anything. You know what? I could make a weapon. Well, actually, I have one. I've got this one. I got this one. I did have a knife, but somehow it got lost. So now I gotta go replace my knife. I have weapons for protection. I don't have weapons to hurt people, you know, because I'm angry or upset or I feel like I need to retaliate. No. Weapons were made for protection and to hunt food. That's it. That is the only freaking reason. Not to control people, not to take advantage of them, and not to make a bold statement in the world and have your memory remembered as a psychotic nut with a fucking gun. Okay? People that are hoarding guns and ammunition in your homes and stuff. You know, I know that you guys are all for this and everything, but I just find it a little alarming. You have children. You don't need to have that amount of ammo and ammunition and all this stuff if it's just one person in the household that's shooting it. Right? So there's a lot of conflict going on in the state of California where it's causing conflict in people's relationships. I mean, and like it's difficult to find like-minded people because people get so desperate in their life. They're like, I'll just choose anybody. And they literally do, just choose anybody, and they try and force it to be something when it's not meant to be something. When I say being transparent, I mean fucking be transparent. Speak. You utilize your power of freedom of speech and make changes in the world by expressing your dislike and disdain during these critical times in your home state and stuff like that. You know, what are you so afraid of? You think they're just gonna come out and say, "Oh, so this, I must arrest them"? No. If you're not financially a target for the law, you know, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't care. Let them not care. Keep speaking your truth. Keep taking power of freedom of speech and talk about things that you know that are fucked up. And relationships lately are so fucked up because they've had people on social media, propaganda and all this stuff, basically brainwash you into what a relationship's supposed to be. And if you don't fit this cookie cutter mold of a relationship, guess what? You're the bad person. You're crazy. And they dub you something that you're not because they want you to shut up and they don't want you to speak the fucking truth. They don't want you to take power of freedom of speech. They want to hush you. So what do? They say all of a sudden you're crazy. You need to have a psych eval. Unless you're fucking walking, and a lot of people have been dubbed things that they're not. Because they go against the grain. And when you go against the grain, you're instantly labeled a troublemaker. You're labeled something that you're not. And it's not right. See, the problem between me and this dude is, I'm a leader. And I believe in making changes, and so I'm making changes within myself. This guy is a follower because he watches what everybody else is doing and how they live their life. And he you know, he pats himself on the back. He's very egotistical. And like I said, I'm to the point. I haven't seen changes in you, and you're getting worse in your behavior towards me because I'm not qualified to meet his parents. Oh, okay. I asked you one time to buy me a beer because, yeah, I was a little low on funding, but the money was just late showing up the next day. The money showed up, but that's okay. You know what? I love it when guys weed themselves out. Why? Because you saved me a fucking headache of catching feelings to bullshit. Oh, I've never been more disgusted in my life. I mean, I've come across some dickheads, some assholes. Yeah, those are labels, right? Because, you know, women, if they speak up, if they try and back what their thoughts or their feelings and stuff, then all of a sudden they're crazy, they're irrational. They don't have any say because they were raised that way. The women are, you know, I feel like women today are treated as commodities. And like, we have to fucking starve ourselves? No, I just pigged out because, you know, I don't give a fuck what you think I look like or what you think I'm qualified for. I know who the fuck I am, and I know damn well what I bring to a relationship. And if you are not capable of recognizing or realizing this, you can fucking kick rocks. Seriously, I'm to the point. You have people saying, well, the woman for you needs to be high class and she needs to run her own business and this is the good quality woman for you and all this. People are just not allowed to love who they want to love, right? They just can't be, because it goes against the normal standard. Someone told me that I didn't act normal. I said, good. I don't want to be a fucking following, you know, suck ass that everybody else seems to have the tendency to be. He goes, well, you're not special and you're not perfect. I said, I never said I was perfect. But I sure as hell am not going to fucking broadcast that I'm a, oh. No, that's not who I am. I am independent. Yes, I am assertive. Yes, I can be, you know, not combative. Well, I have in the past, but I've controlled that. But like, seriously, it's like, you must be the problem. You're the failure in the relationship because you never got to marry or you didn't get to, you can't keep a relationship. I said, why the fuck would I want to keep a relationship that's toxic and I know is going to bring me down in life? What is the point of me exerting myself, my emotions, my energy into bullshit? I don't want to invest into any more bullshit. Therefore, I'm very selective. I thought I was making a good choice. I'm still not sure about this. And if he watches this, yes, you're burning your bridge a little too soon. But that's okay, because you know what? When I do fucking come up in life, because I'm not to your fucking standards, and when I am and I surpass you in life, guess what? Oh well. I never wished you ill, but now I'm like, please just catch a fucking cold. Guys, don't insult women. It's so rude. You say you like someone, fucking show them. And these fuckboys that think that they need to have women with experience so they can prepare you to be with the woman of your dreams. How about fucking becoming the man you're supposed to without having to use women to fucking get you there? How's that? And to the fathers that are going through custody battles, make sure the ammo you're going to throw at the mother in court, make sure it's accurate and it's not hearsay, because as soon as you start throwing hearsay, like, I mean, you need to provide valid proof of things. I mean, I provided valid proof, but now, the next time we go to court, I mean, I'm going to drop fucking names, dates if I have to. I am to the point, oh, Shasta County has burned me so many damn times. Like, I can't wait to get this fucking suit rolling. It takes every fucking penny I make to make sure that that nobody ever has to go through the shit that I went through, endured, and being labeled things that I'm not, because I was being gaslighted, controlled, and emotionally abused, financially abused. People are all like, well, that doesn't fall into under a crime. It should. It should. You guys got fucking, what is it? Adult services. You have CFS and everything. What about relationships where people can fucking get tickets and fined for being a douchebag? What happened to those? You know, I think if we find people for being douchebags in relationships, cheating, right there, instantly, $500 ticket. Like, I'm one of those people, like, people need to get fucking corrected, because if you don't, all this bullshit is going to continue on, and there will be no peace, and people are going to just continue hating other people because of them being shitted on and not getting retribution for it, and having to pay for other people's bullshit choices. I don't fucking think so. Especially in divorce. I think the people that cheated, it's because I'm in a California no-fault state, right? I think they should start fucking fining people when they go through divorce. That's what I think. I also think that people should have, in order to have a fucking gun, I think it's in order to have a relationship, you have to pass a mental evaluation, a financial evaluation, and a compatibility evaluation. See, I don't believe in horoscopes. I don't believe in this twin flame shit. I don't believe in all the stuff that I've got society, propaganda, media shoving down our throats and making us believe that this is a whole, what did they say about matrix and all this shit? I don't believe that. And if it is a fucking matrix, the government hid it from you. How do you think on that, right? See, there's so many different, they're not trying to say, oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. I'm like, no, I'm a realistic person with realistic thoughts and ideas. They're like, well, what about religion? I was like, I do believe there's a higher power. Like I said, I do believe that there at some point in time, there is everybody going through the battle of bad versus good. And then you end up finding out there's a gray area. And then you find out this gray area needs to be accepted because it's predominantly everybody falls into the fucking gray area. It's ridiculous. Absolutely 100% ridiculous is how people use your emotions, your supposed insecurities. Because you know what? You have models that are skinny and everything, you know, when you're a little kid, so you want to be like them because you think that she's successful. Barbie is a fucking doll. Barbie doesn't even fucking exist. And then you have guys that are like, well, I'm not supposed to show emotion. I have to be stoic and I gotta be this way and that way because I was told so throughout my childhood. So now when I try and open up, I'm called a pussy or I'm whipped. Or anytime I try and open up and show some feelings and stuff, I'm laughed at and all this stuff. That's toxic. If you're incapable of fucking opening up and sharing emotions and talking about your life, you have no business trying to pursue a relationship with nobody. And then, like, people that are jealous of other people, get over yourselves. All of this. Everything I see, all the fucking money being made off of us because we're told to buy this or we're told to buy that on TikTok or Facebook and everything. Do you ever think maybe, just maybe, these are people that are invested in stocks? Did anyone ever think about that? You know, pomegranates. This is how you do pomegranates. Everyone's all like, I'm a follower. I'm going to see because of this TikTok and this video and this reel and everything. I want to be just like them. I want as many views as them and blah, 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 blah. Did you ever think that just maybe all of every fucking thing you see on social media, propaganda, television, whatever the fuck it is you do to get, you know, your daily wind down with, is operated by money. The hilarious skirts, the dresses, all these things are like, oh, look at all these great, and then these girls and people that are saying all this, you know, product reviews and stuff like that, guarantee you they're getting a kickback. They're either getting something free or they're actually making money from giving positive reviews. Read through the frills and fluff, people. Y'all think a relationship's supposed to be all happy-dory and everything? Fuck no. It's That's where two people can still argue, have a fight, and still continue to talk and fix their issues. But we got people that have been infiltrated because of the twin flame theory. You got people that are infiltrated by horoscopes. And you got people that are infiltrated and saying, you know, religion put us together and all this stuff. You know, y'all got a lot of dirty secrets. It's time to become transparent. If you're married and you're unhappy and you'd rather be with somebody else, fucking do it. Because you know what? You're going to find out the grass isn't greener on the other side. And that is true. The grass is only greener where you water it. Yeah, I know I'm going metaphorical. Yeah, I'm using cliches and stuff. Because some of those shit that you guys are like, oh, well, it's just a cliche. Some of it's fully fucking true. Some of it. Not all of it. I have come across enough dirtbag behavior in my life that I was like, I don't ever want my daughters to go through this. I don't ever want my son to be accused of this behavior. You know? I love my children so much that they were trying to say that I was the problem. And that it was because of me, because, you know, their fathers would be like, and because I'm a woman and I'm not acting accordingly and I'm not saying and doing the things accordingly or a normal woman would say, I'm dubbed things that I'm not. And I think that's fucked up. I think people are cashing out before they get a chance to know me. Yeah, I got a few layers to me just like you do. I'm not exactly trying to peel you all down at one time, though. Some of you guys are just like, I just want to fucking test drive. I want to try out that pussy. Oh, she looks hot. I bet that pussy's great. Seriously. Wow. And they claim that they have a job and they claim that they have a home and they're a man. No. Anything that could be taken away from you doesn't declare you a man or a woman. Whoever fucking decided to fill your head with a bunch of bullshit and it gave you an askewed view on what really life and relationships are, that doesn't mean the next person has to suffer from your mental damage or your mental toxic thoughts. Sad. And this is why I have a problem with relationships. Because I can't see myself being with a follower. I refuse to be with a follower. Someone that's doing everything that everybody else is doing. I don't do that. I don't have any tattoos on my body. I don't change anything about myself to bring people in to love me or to like me or to be around me. I make the changes that I need to achieve my goals that I have set in my life. I'm not getting with anybody to financially support me. I wouldn't mind emotional support here and there, and I'm not getting that. Like I said, every fucking conversation that I've had for the past week has been nothing but bullshit. Before we hooked up, you know, I was all sweet, flirty, you know, cutesy. Then as soon as he fucking got his way again, because I'm stupid, I own it. This asshole decides to play this. I'm gonna push her away. This is too much for me. I'm not ready, but I just wanted a piece of ass. And for all I know, this guy could be fucking grooming a young girl. I don't know. You know, it's just the behavior just kind of tells me, something's not right. Because the ring I found in the bedroom, it looked like a young girl's. And he told me it was a guy that stayed the night in his house. But I found a girl's ring. I did. And it looked like a girl's toe ring. So, it's whatever. He says, I I'm not a cheater. Yeah, well, you're divorced, just like I am. Something went wrong. Something didn't happen. And I can totally see, and now I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, the more I see him, the more I talk to him, I'm like, wow. I see now why you're divorced. But he's listening to he's probably listened to my ex-husband talk about me, and he's like, well, that's why you're divorced. No, I'm divorced because I wasn't going to put up with the shit that I found out after being married. And I'm not going to have religion shut down my thing. Oh, but you don't believe in divorce. No, for this one, and I told him straight up, I said, not even God can keep us together. And I've made that so for many years now. And he's already married and moved on. And people are like, well, you're so obsessed with it. No, I'm obsessed with the shit that I had to put up with that this motherfucker got away with. That's what I'm upset about. Is how the system allows these guys and women to fuck over the other parent so they can get a gain off of it. That's where I got an issue. I'm like literally disgusted how people are just selfish, self-absorbed. This guy had the nerve to tell me all I do is think about myself. I was like, you gotta be joking me. I said, if you lived one day in my shoe, I guarantee you would think otherwise. But that's okay. Go ahead and think I'm selfish and all I think about is myself, when all I have ever been doing majority of my life is serving others and trying to make sure other people are okay to the point where my health is starting to fail, but yet nobody's giving a damn about me, and you don't see me boo-hooing about it. You see me fucking handling business because that's what I fucking do. I take care of shit. I take care of other people. I manage other people's stuff, and it's okay. No, I'm not a great success, but that wasn't my sole focus. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, and I think I'm getting quite close to making my choice to where maybe I might return back to school. I'm not sure yet. But I'm to the point, if I have to live the rest of my life alone, so fucking be it, because I'm not going to stand there and be insulted and being disrespected. And neither should you. You should always stand up for yourself. I don't go and say, and then when I have legit complaints and I talk about it, all of a sudden I'm crazy. Oh, here we go again. It's like, you have a problem dealing with constructive criticism? I'm like, do you have a problem? I mean, like, I'll be your cheerleader and stuff, but I'm sure as hell not gonna be your cheerleader when you're verbally slapping me in the fucking face. I don't fucking think so. And these text messages, I got to the point I was like, shoot, when I go over about this amount on your screen, consider it cashed. And I'm talking like smoker terms. I used to smoke cigarettes. I know about the smoker terms of marijuana. People's like, oh, the bowl is cashed and stuff like that is dead and gone. That's where I'm at. It will take a miracle to revive my thoughts on this. Like, I have to see better behavior, better treatment, and just better altogether, because I don't care if you have 2 fucking cars, a mansion. I don't care if you own half the fucking world. If you treat me poorly, I'm gonna fucking call you out. If you got a problem with a woman that's gonna stand her ground and protect herself and stand up for herself, you're gonna have to, get yourself a doormat, because that is something I'm not. I'm not anybody's personal fucking doormat. I enjoy the work that I do because it's therapeutic. But if they got a problem, they're like, oh, you're just this. Oh, you're just a pissant. Motherfucker, no, I'm not. Anyways, yeah, now you're seeing some of my mouth. You're seeing some of my passion come through. It's okay. I can calm myself down. These are the changes I want to see. I want to see people treat other people better. I want to see a man be able to be more respectful to women. Like, I would hate to find out that my first daughter's boyfriend asked her to marry her and stuff so he can get down her pants and then dump her after he's done because he's not ready to settle down. You know, I think that's bullshit. And I'm sure you all agree with me on this. I don't know. It's just absolutely just, ugh. I think people can do better in life. I think when I see someone that's a drug addict and I see their ability to be, you know, to build with their hands, and I see the ability of them able to, like, create things and stuff like that, that's a fucking talent that's being wasted away because you're only going to be focused on how to make money to get the drug instead of really prospering in life and building your future as a creator of some sort, you know? And then you got someone that is just, it's all kinds of fucked up, but has a really cool heart. You can see how they're caring and stuff like that. Or you can see everybody's talented in some way, somehow. And bringing your talents to the relationship's a good thing. It's a positive thing. But bringing all your negative, neggy talk, just yuppie, snobbish bullshit, you know, that's not healthy for a relationship. It is toxic. And turning your nose up and saying, well, this person is supposed to be like this and this person is supposed to be like that. What the hell? They hardly ever have road work on this street. All right, well, you live and you learn. There's changes everywhere, people, but this, I have a vision that there will be peace, and these civil wars will no longer take place, and these worldly wars won't take place. And I believe it all starts with just all of us stopping all the internal wars that are going on between ourselves and our internal and our love wars going on with our relationships. But everybody's stubborn at some point in some way, and they just refuse to see what the other person's pointing out. The other person is having issues communicating because they're like, well, if I open up my mouth and I say this, they're gonna leave me. Let them fucking leave. Seriously, you let people fucking go. You don't own anybody but yourself. Thank God I didn't hit that cone. Wow, there is a lot of work on here. Cedar Creek Corporation. Huh. Oh. Because we voice our opinions or stuff like that, we're called erratic because we don't. And then you have to think about the people that stuff. They stuff their emotions and stuff, and then they blow up, and it's like, well, that was a bad idea. And then we have people that get paid a lot of money to tell you that you're fucked up in the head and how they're going to fix you. Another gimmick. Why can't people just be who the fuck they are? Seriously, I mean, it's so sad that we have so many labels and so many things wrong with us because we don't fit a certain criteria or qualifications of this or that. Well, get this. Fuck your criteria. Fuck your qualifications. And let fucking happiness override it all.